We are back in PoE 2. Last time we completed the quest to do 10 tier 2 maps, and we're starting on tier 3. Do I have any yellow ones? Yes, I do. What is this? Area contains 10 additional packs of Ferritin monsters and monster packs, monster life. Monsters have more freeze, ignite, and shock buildup. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Alright. We need a tier 3. We could do that one. Let's do that. Hopefully they also clone Horizon's mechanic of being overshadowed by better gear. Oh my gosh. Wow. Can't wait to get to endgame end of Act 2. Have you played the Lego Horizon game? I have never played a Lego game at all. Do I need to change that? But yeah, I have not played a Lego game ever. That's actual heresy. I've gotten one for my kid once, but yeah, I just have not. Lego Fortnite stream win. Lego Fortnite actually looks like it could be fun. For the Lego aspects, not so much for the Fortnite aspects. I've seen some trailers of it that made it look enjoyable. What's your build as a witch? Fire with a shield? Mostly minions. The fire, like the firewall summons raging spirits, and the raging spirits poison and armor shred. So the firewall is really just an enabler for other things. But yeah, lots of defenses. I've got energy shield, I've got mind over matter, so my mana acts as hit points also. So, and then I've got hit points. So effective health, we've got almost like 3,500 right now. And then also we can active block with the tower shield like I just did there. Most of my damage is coming from the Raging Spirits, the Arsonists, and the Brutes, which are the big hammer skeletons. Occasionally I'll use Unearth if there's a big pile of bodies to make those little scorpion things, but since there's no corpses typically in boss fights, I often get used to not using up the corpses, because in the moments where it matters most, you can't. With some exceptions, like if you're fighting a breach or something, there's 1,000 bodies on the ground. I think Lego Star Wars is on your recommended list. It's a pretty good game. I might get to it. I mean, I'm in the middle of Cyberpunk, which was on the recommended list, and that's a long title. I am enjoying Cyberpunk, though. I feel like my method of fighting in that game has become almost exclusively hacking people or reflecting their bullets back at them. Because if I take a direct hit from anything, like if I use my gun, and then they shoot me, I die. It's like I die in one hit. So I was like, I can't risk raising my gun to my eye. Hacking is the best Cyberpunk experience. Yeah, we just got the ability of, what was it, cyber psychosis hacking last night, which you hack someone with that and they go insane and they either shoot one of their nearby friends or they shoot themselves. It's pretty dark. Cyber psychosis is what happens when you read 4chan. Oh wow, okay. Oh. We got the Crowbell.
Just playing. Yes. Show me what you've got.
Dang. My stacks of armor shred wore off. Oh, my whole mana bar just vanished. Hello, mind over matter.
Obey me.
Alright, he gone. What is the difference between a sorceress and a witch? Sorceress, I kind of think of her as doing more elemental attacks, like lightning and fire and cold, and the witch can definitely borrow those, but the witch has more of the spooky magic, like summoning skeletons, or firing bone missiles at people, or ripping blood out of their bodies, cursing them. You know, the witch is more occult. Now, there is some overlap because, you know, anyone can use any skill from the other classes as long as they meet the requirements, but that's kind of the gist I get from it. Also, the ascendancy choices. Yeah, the ascendancy choice is the big thing. Like, which can later become an Infernalist or a Blood Mage. I don't remember from off the top of my head what the Sorceress can become. But the ascendancies are what really set them apart. Because again, anyone can use any skill as long as they meet the requirements. Because ascendancies cannot be taken by, you know, the other classes. Siphons mana and does lightning damage. This thing is going to make a ton of explosions when it dies. Let's use this now while I've got all these bodies to use. Go. 2 rituals remaining on map to find. Okay. Pet Chip. Unfortunately, Chip is not in the room right now. I believe he's asleep in a sunbeam upstairs. Getting his tan. Hamza says, Mike, what's your feedback on the game so far? On Path of Exile 2? I think it's a good game. Obviously, it's early access, right? It's not finished. We only have half the classes. We only have a third of the ascendancies. We only have half of the campaign. But we do have a lot of the endgame systems already there. Like, although we have a lot of skills, like if I look at this, you know, and I look at this list, there's a lot of stuff here. If I compare this to PoE 1, there's 500 less skills. So there's many things I've looked for and I'm like, oh, this game doesn't have that. You know, so I'm missing many of those, but those are easily added later. The underlying systems of this game, things like, you know, dodge rolling enemy attacks and actively blocking skills with your shield, you know, being able to move left and shoot right at the same time with WASD movement. I'm very much a fan of the underlying systems here. So, like, right now, I still see myself as someone who would play PoE 1 and 2. But once they've added more content to this game that uses these systems, I'm probably going to say that PoE 2 is preferred. Also, this game feels a bit slower, but more impactful. Like, instead of getting 500 items when you kill a mob, you might get, you know, like, just 5 items, but they're, you know, more impactful when you look at them. Additionally, you know, mobs don't involve, you know, When I watch, like, Zizaran and other high-end PoE 1 players do maps, they sometimes finish a map in less than 60 seconds. It's just like blink, 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 and then they kill everything. And yeah, you don't have to play like that, but when I'm like, oh, it takes me 15 minutes to do a map, and in that time, they did 15 maps, it feels like I have to play that way. And that's definitely a bit too fast for me. So this I find to be really nice because, again, it's slower but more impactful. This is really weird terrain. I don't like it. Okay, we won. I guys kind of boxed in there. Do you typically play SSF? Okay, so my reason for that, like, PoE 1 has trading. The trade system involves tapping out to a website, searching for the item you want, finding the person who has it, copying their name into the game, sending them a message, waiting to hope that they're not AFK or busy, and then probably messaging the next guy with the next best item, send them a message, hope they're not busy, they message you back, then you meet them in their hideout, you both have to stop what you're doing, and you do the trade. I find it tedious, and it is such a pain that I would rather just play SSF than do the trading system. So I usually do trading just so that when people are like, Mug, why does your gear suck? I could be like, oh, I'm an SSF. It's the best I got. Then they're like, oh, okay. And then they drop it. And I don't have to just, you know, tell the whole story about, like, I'm playing it just because I absolutely hate the trading experience in Path of Exile. Like, it needs, like, a marketplace or an auction house or something. Just automate that crap. But that's one of the few very negative things I have to say about PoE. I would rather play solo than do the trading experience. There's automated currency exchange. Well, yeah, that took 10 years, and that's one That's one thing. So right now I'm playing SSF, yeah. Do you still play D4? Mm-mm. I reinstalled D4 for Vessel of Hatred, and I played it almost, dude, it was crashing constantly. And during the final boss fight, it crashed again, and I was so sick of it that I just Googled and found a YouTube video for what happens at the ending cinematic after you beat the final boss fight, because I, got kicked out of the game. And then I was like, okay, yeah, this story sucks. And then I uninstalled it, and I haven't been back since. D4 Vessel of Hatred, in my opinion, was so bad that it may have made me lose interest in the franchise that I had been playing since 1996. It was absolutely abysmal, both from a gameplay and a storytelling perspective. Vessel of Hatred was awful. Spearborn class was so broken. Yeah. Spearborn was just any other class but green. These little purple missiles. That is hectic, but we had control. Let's see. While this item is active in your inventory, your next Regal Orb will add only prefix modifiers. Oddly, that's odd. Are you in maps? Yes, this is a tier 3 map. There was a quest to do 10 tier 1 maps, I did that, then 10 tier 2s, I did that, and now I'm starting my first tier 3 map right now. %10 increased mana regen, regen 0.5% life per second, and 5 int and 5 strength. I've been struggling in maps. Salvaging my source build has slowed me down a lot. Salvaging my source... Oh, was your build affected by like a balance patch that they did? Oh, just lost half my effective health. I was using freeze and it got annihilated. Gotcha. Thanks for the thorough feedback. Sure thing, Hamza. gotta say, the next time I try a class of PoE 2 that doesn't have this many layers of defense, I'm gonna be missing it. I love that I'm like, oh, they got through my energy shield. Oh, they got through my block. Oh, they got through my mana. Oh no, they're starting to scratch my health. Oh! Damn. That was the last guy for the map. I finished the map, and the boss exploded. The boss had some kind of effect on it where when it died, it detonated. And I was standing too close to it because I was just blocking. And I lowered the block when it died because I thought it was over. Shoot. So, I didn't get to get all the loot, but we did finish the map officially.
Go on.
Gotta remember to stand further back. Okay, what do we got here? No life or mana. Got some resistances, though. 122 armor is pretty sick. But no life or mana. If I were to exalt that and get life or mana on it, like a lot of either one, I would absolutely swap to that. 159 mana. And mana is effectively life for me. I would give up some lightning, 23 lightning resist, and gain 16 cold and 28 fire. And 122 armor. Alright, so hold on. Physical damage reduction would go from 28 to 31, so 3% DR. Lightning goes from 62 down to 39. Cold goes from 17 to 33. Fire goes from 52 to 75. Fire maxes out. However, fire is my most important resistance because of this. This converts some incoming cold and lightning damage into fire. So having fire be the one that's maxed out is actually better for me right now. So I think I'll keep this as a, just in case something changes. 20% increased armor ruby. It's not bad. %. Increase Warcry speed? I don't need Warcry speed. Hang on to that one. Okay. Let me check. What gems do I have in here right now? What is this one? Some life regen, some LE damage, knockback, and thorns. So not really doing much. Alright, so right now my armor is 31% DR. With this jewel, it goes to 33. So I'm getting 2% physical damage reduction from using that ruby. It's not bad. Don't know if you use Epic or not. I do from time to time. They're giving away Return to Moria. It's probably a game you'd be someone interested in trying. It's on Steam now too since this summer. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, I try to log into Epic once a week to snag those free games. But haven't in a little bit. Did I lose XP for dying? I had to have, right? How much XP did I have? Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm opening up the YouTube stream and I'm backing up a little bit. Oh, I can't tell. It was behind me. It was behind my camera. However, however much I had, I'm at 0 now. So I definitely lost XP for dying. Excavation build. Hey, Metalheart. The exclamation build command is actually currently connected to the other game that I main, but if you're interested, if you just want to clip it, that's my build right there. Let's see. Do the Lost Tower. Thought you just leveled up, you put a new passive point in. Yeah, but I'm at 0% XP, and I had killed some things since then, so I should have had a little bit, not be at 0. So I don't know what. I'm not really surprised. In PoE 1, when you pass certain thresholds, you would lose XP for dying, but I don't know how much XP you lose in this for dying. I'm not a fan of this map because the minions get stuck a lot. Like, right now, they're not going in there. Come on. Hey, my quick question. Can I use your Furling for Guild Wars 2 in EU, or is it only for US accounts? It works in either. Yeah, as long as you're using the standalone client and you're not playing Guild Wars 2 on Steam or Epic, it works. And I thank you for it. Yeah, and I can put them both. Like, this right here is the one for the free-to-play, and this right here is the one for if you're purchasing expansions. Shrine do. You have additional resistance to elemental damage. Looks like it's plus 50 resist all. Oh, that reminds me, on my the dog, I had wanted to change a support gem. I'll try to remember to do that when I go back to town. We need a counter for how many games each user recommended on the recommendation page. Oh my gosh. That recommendation list is like years long at this point. But we're working our way through it. What gems do you have on the dog? Currently, I have Meat Shield, which increases its health but lowers its damage. However, its Burning Aura is based on its health, so it actually raises the damage of its Burning Aura.